For centuries, the sea has been a cruel mistress, and a graveyard to the foolhardy that dare to cross her. Are you shocked to hear my voice this many times within this episode so far? If I get more lines like this, I might actually have said as many in this entire series as David has had in his first 2 episodes. Anyway, let's travel to the rough waters of Dead Men's Isle and meet the last ever keepers of the Lighthouse. Previously in the Lighthouse, a surprise birthday party has had its desired effect. It made me miserable, David miserable, Patricia miserable, and made Mark more interesting. These are the kind of family parties I'd love to remember. That is when I am not drunk. Keep on listening to part 2, The Wicked Web of Calm.
Right, you have to drink this coffee. Mark! This is all you're doing, David!
No, it was you and your lover boys doing. You planned this party without me knowing. And what hurt most is that you didn't even let me do the catering.
Remember, I've seen your catering skills firsthand. The food's good, but the themes are way off.
What do you mean? I don't have any problems when I cooked for your cousin's party.
Yes, I admit the food did taste good, but that is not what I was complaining about. It was the way all of the food had connotations to do with sex.
Of course it was. It was for her end party.
It was her 10th birthday party. You try explaining to youngsters not to put phallic-shaped sausages on sticks into their mouths. And don't let me get started about the jam tarts and the cream horns you made. You got Mark into this state. Now you can get him out of it.
There's only one way to get him sober in an instant, and that's to give him a drink of something called backflush. Robert drinks them all the time after he's had a heavy night.
Backflush? That's a weird name. Just do it. We need his calmness, his level-headedness, and his...
Analness? Yeah. Just get the ingredients out of the fridge. Here we go. 2 teaspoons of hot pepper sauce, 5 Naga chilies, and several cloves of garlic. Some dried chili flakes, a splash of Tabasco sauce. 2 raw eggs, crumbling the blue cheese, and to top it all off, a full dessert spoon of cayenne pepper. Oh, and a funnel, and some bog paper. Give it all a little stir, and it's ready.
Do I want to know what the funnel and the loo paper are for?
The funnel's poured the mixture in, and the bog roll for when the mixture exits several seconds later.
You sure this will work and sober him up?
Don't know, but it's going to be funny seeing the look on his face. Just kidding, of course it will. Right, hold his head back and get the funnel in his mouth.
Is that your mother? Where's Mr. Snuggles? I don't feel very well.
And it's about to get a lot worse. Go, go, go!
Well, that was successful. Now what?
Wait, give it time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
My backside is on fire! Give me some loo paper and a clean pair of pants!
Heard screaming?
That was Mark. He's sobered up now.
David gave him a pint of backflush and that seems to have done the trick.
Backflush? Are you sure that's the recipe you used?
Of course I'm sure. Robert drinks them all the time. You saw it in a book for hangover cures, didn't you?
Aye? Maybe.
No, you didn't. I showed him a long time ago. And it's a recipe for an enema. Why do you think it's called backflush?
I think it's going to have the same effect, though.
You bastard, David Nation! Last time I listened to you, I'll deal with you later.
Any time you want, darling.
She's a feisty one, isn't she? David, can you give me a tour of the island? I want to see the place that me old dad calls home.
But the Dundee factory's not on this island.
That is a good joke, isn't it, Father?
Great one!
What are you talking about? It wasn't meant to be one.
Oh, so that's why you're on the island. Who'd have thought it?
You mustn't tell anyone. If the truth came out, I'd be done for.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Have you enjoyed coming in?
I've enjoyed the views of that, Patricia.
I'm with you there, brother. If she was mine, I'd treat her like a thoroughbred racehorse.
What? Take care of her and give her the best of everything.
No, I'd ride her for as long as I could until I fell off.
Surely you've used all your best seduction techniques.
Nothing's worked. Sex pheromones, sexy lingerie. I even tried getting her drunk.
Didn't you get any action?
No, the only thing that did that night was the first aid kit.
She's a feisty one then.
Feisty is the wrong word to use. A complete and utter psycho might be a better one.
If she's so violent, how did she end up with a sap like Mark?
It's just the usual kind of love story, you know. Pat rejects me when she's trapped on the island. She invites him on a date whilst we manage to snuff out an endangered species of bird. Then their date just happens to occur on a night a homicidal ghost attacks me with an axe, and then they get together.
And that's usual. I can see why my father drinks all the time.
Oh, she also said she needed a man who wanted to care for her and look after her.
And so he must be gay then.
Yeah, totally. He says he's not, but I've seen the way he looks at your dad.
Surely he looks at him with admiration.
Looks more like lust to me. Anyway, I've given up trying to get her into bed. Good luck to them, I say.
Maybe you should stick to your type of woman.
What, hot bedroom babes? Who want a bit of premium rate nation sensation action?
No, more like desperate old slappers who want a bit of slap and tickle.
I've got to admit, sometimes a bit of slapping is involved in my sessions, but overall,
I think I'll try my luck with her.
You can't do that. Mark and Patricia are a couple.
I'll be like the original Cookie.
What? You're going to live in a clock?
Don't you dare speak to anybody about what I'm doing, or your little secret will be out as fast as saying ready, steady, cook. Okay?
That's where the joke's on you. It's easy. Ready, steady, cock. I mean, clock. Oh, damn you, Cameron.
How's your head, Mart?
Funnily enough, it's not my head that I'm concerned about.
I'm not cleaning toilets.
I guarantee that pleasant task will go to David. I'm so sorry about my behaviour today, Captain.
Forgive you this time.
Did you enjoy the surprise of your son coming over?
Took us ages to track him down, and then we didn't think he was going to turn up.
Anyway, Patricia and I clubbed together and got you a present.
21-year-old Dundoon?
No, of course not.
Oh, right.
It's a chain of the patron saint of lighthouses, Saint Venerius.
Sounds like a disease.
Don't you like it?
Course. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Present for you, Mark.
Thanks. Why have you just given me a receipt for a bottle of Dundoon whiskey?
Needs to be replaced.
Are you joking? David gets him drunk by slipping whiskey in his tea, and now he has to pay out for it.
Don't joke about whiskey.
To stop arguments, I'll sort it out, Robert.
No, you bloody won't. This is David's fault, and he will reimburse Robert.
Patricia, I do not need you to speak for me. I'm perfectly capable of doing that for myself.
You weren't a couple of hours ago. You thought you were a telephone, and all you did was ring.
Leave it out, Patricia. I can deal with this. I'm not an idiot.
No, but you are self-centred, egotistical, and also a compulsive bore.
You also miss Sad.
How dare you say that to me, Patricia? You're lucky to have me, otherwise you'd be left on the shelf.
And you're lucky your scrotal sack is still in the vicinity of your groinal area, not left in a jar on the shelf. Good boy!
Can I just say?
I think for once in your life, Robert, you've actually said too much.
Are you alright, Pan? Why are you crying?
I'm not crying. Sea spray must have just got in my eye.
Are you sure? I heard Ray's voices just a minute ago.
I'm fine. Look, I've just had a little bust up with Mark. Nothing I can't handle.
It must be hard being the only female in a male-dominated environment.
Hard. There's more testosterone flying around here than a buy one get one free night at a lap dancing club.
You can talk to me, if you want.
Why should I? If you talk as much as your father, then I might as well be talking to myself. Anyway, I hardly know you.
And that's why I make the perfect sounding board. I talk even less than Robert in a library. And more importantly, I listen.
A man? Listen. That's about as common as seeing Elvis riding on the back of a unicorn.
I don't know much about the unicorn bit, but I swear I saw him just a minute ago riding sugar near the jetty.
Okay. I'm having doubts about my relationship with Mark. He is kind and caring, but he's in love with somebody else.
Surely you must have known that when you first met him.
Yes, I did, but I thought I could change him.
And that's a hard task for any woman, turning a man.
Turn? What do you mean?
David told me about it earlier.
He told you what?
How Mark fancies me dad.
Listen, there may be some hero worshipping involved here, but Mark is definitely not gay. It's his job he loves.
That's sheer madness. He loves his life more than he loves you.
And at one time I loved the skipper more than him. I realised that a boat can't give you a cuddle on those cold, lonely nights.
I can give you a cuddle now. If you want.
From you? Why would I want that?
Even though you put on a front of being tough, you just want to be loved. And I can relate to that. The offer stands.
Okay, that would be nice. But no funny stuff.
What I can't understand is why on earth would Mark prefer a life here rather than to be with a witty, intelligent and beautiful woman.
Stop saying things like that. I hardly know you.
You could always get to know me a bit better. Leave this place and have an adventure with me.
Why should I? I've got everything I want here.
A monotonous job. A man who loves a lump of rock more than you, and a sex pest who lays over you every time you visit. Besides, I could give you two things that this life could never give you.
What would that be?
Adventure and freedom.
Well, what about Mark?
He wouldn't be coming with us. Two's company, three's a pain in the ass. Besides, you said he loves this life more than you.
Oh, what the hell. I'm going to live for today and I'll do it.
You'll do what, Patricia?
Mark, I have to tell you something and it might upset you a bit.
How will Mark take the news that he has been dumped? Will David grow some balls and tell Mark about Cameron's plan? And more importantly, will I be reimbursed for that bottle of Dundoon that Mark drunk? Find out about this in the final bit of episode 6 portion trio. Shocks away.